You're the best. Can you be my mother? Oh, thank you. Divine, bless your kind heart.
You ascended, and the 8 became 9. You walk among the stray cows.
A cup I can gladly racing company with you. None have yet bested me. Roasting or green tea?
Hey! Hands off! Everything's for trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing. come back. I'd even buy one of your relatives. Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing. Remember, I'll give you the best deals or die.
Fools are actually fighting! Yes.
Yeah?
The latest recruit, right? Wait, is that right? You expect me to believe? One day when you and I are on the circle, we could change how things are run around here. Until then, don't waste my time.
I can almost hear its heart. I can almost hear its heart. It's like it was in my dreams. All right.
Hello there, friend. You come to enjoy the sights and sounds of this beautiful sanctuary? I truly remarkable, isn't it?
Wow, have you ever seen anything so amazing? Why are there more people here? Tours must be organized, paintings commissioned. As adventurers, it's our duty to show people this tree. Yes, dispatch the couriers. Have the Jarls make a decree. To each and every citizen of this land, I say, open your eyes and behold its beauty. Oh yes, the water, the animals, the trees, all play with the developed mold into indelible art, and at the heart of every explorer is an admirer of that beauty. You're mistaken. Debella is the goddess of art and beauty. Those priestesses at the Temple of Markarth just tend to be the loudest among us, to the point they drown out all other voices. Well, good luck trying to drown out mine. I'm going to shout, cry, and clamor to all who will listen, and all who refuse to. Nature is where Debella truly sparkles. Do you see it, friend? Do you see her light? course. What do you think all this is? It's more valuable than any gold coin. Now, if I find a gold coin, and I do find them often, bags of them in fact, I deliver it straight to the donation bin. I even have a system. For every 10 gold pieces, 7 goes to the temple, 1 goes toward food and shelter, and 1 goes to alms for the poor. I have the gods' worms to keep me company. And if it got really cold, I could just kill a bear. They're everywhere. No fires, though. I once tried to start one, and it almost burned down an entire grove. Debella would have never forgiven me. All right.
I'm telling you, I heard it, howling. Those werewolf tales are true. You are in Eldergleam Sanctuary. Just a small glimpse of what beauty Kinneret has to offer. Wonderful place, isn't it? Yes, my friend. Though no one has been able to get close to her for as long as I can remember. As you can see, Eldergleam's roots are large and stretch far, blocking any path to her trap. Though, believe it or not, there are rumors of a weapon that even Eldergleam herself would lift her roots for, more out of fear than respect. All right, then.
No idea you were a woman of violence. What exactly are you intending to do here? You would violate this marvel of Kinneret's glory to fix that half-breed stump in Whiterun? That's abominable. Barbaric! I'll have no part of this. Why didn't you tell me what you intended? Well, yes. There is something. It won't repair the tree back at the temple, but we could bring them a new one. Follow me. I think I can convince the tree to help us. The Eldergleam has blessed us with a sapling. You should take it to Whiterun. Danica will want to see that the true blessings of nature lie in renewal, not a slavish maintenance. It was my pleasure, friend. In a way, I envy you getting to carry such a direct sign of Kinneret's graces. Good luck on your... Need something? Now, if you'll excuse me.
just like every night. Skyrim is ours.
thing I hate worse than those scalebacks are them filthy grayskins.
Griffith told me not to talk to strangers. I think so too. I don't have any parents. Francois at the orphanage said everyone has parents, but I'm not so sure. I've never met them anyway. But Grella the Kind once called me a worthless little Breton. So I guess they were Bretons. Yeah, I was so happy when Griffith came for me. I didn't like it there, none of us did. Bye.
So I'm gonna turn on my mic while I'm doing this, just so I can kind of explain things. Hell, I might just keep it on while I play. I feel like in my head you'd rather just hear the game and stuff, but I find myself wanting to say things all the time. So I might just keep this on, but there might be periods of time where I just don't say anything. I might say very random things, because I really do talk to myself a shit ton when I'm playing these games, but for now, what I'm doing is just loading 3D NPC to get the Griffith NPC and that Mixed Watermill Village loaded up. It's possible I should have loaded some of the patches, but after we do this, we are going to, well, once we save this into a new plugin, we're going to load up Xedit and transfer relevant changes from that plugin after cleaning it to our patch, just so it's all in that one plugin. And so, yeah, now we've finished loading those up, and my views are a little weird. Right, because there was a glitch with the render window, but that's been fixed now, apparently. I think it was something to do with the graphics driver. But anyway, let me now go through a weird process of finding Mixed Watermill, or the worker's house. Workers. My alphabet, I have to think about it. Anyone else got a countdown from A to Z to think about what the fuck letter you need to find is? Worker's house. There we go. Okay. Let's load that up. And so 3D NPC kept them. Right, so I am confused though, because the girl ended up over there somehow. I don't really get that. Something, don't know what exactly. Alright, girls and boys, let's get you over there. You do not belong in the empty house. Oh god. It's annoying because I want to rotate without being attached to them, but I don't want to unselect them. Just trying to make sure I don't place them inside of anything. The HDD cloth is looking mega weird, and then creation kit, that mesh does not translate well. Okay, so that should be fine. That should be sufficient. Okay. Just moving over there. Okay, actually, Griffith's chair. I didn't think about that. Griffith has a chair he sits in. Also, let me see if they're linked to the door in any way. Or linked to any. I mean, he's going to be linked to this chair, but I don't know if they're linked to go to that door over there. It's possible. Let's find a good spot to put this chair. I might actually just move that chair outside. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'm going to take this chair. Put it here. And we'll grab this chair. Yeet it out there. That's honestly, yeah, I mean, that's just the way you do that, I guess. I don't know, maybe there's a better practice, but I just put shit outside. I should probably check the chair and make sure nothing's linked to it, but yeah, I just want Griffith to sit in a chair where he should. Linked from, linked rough, nothing. Now let's go check this door over here. Nope. Okay. Well, let me make sure that's actually all you need to check. Hold on. I don't remember exactly. Okay. I think that's safe. There's nothing else in the room besides this chair. That should be good. Okay. Save and push plug into PC. Just to our desktop here. Griffith fix. Right, you have to push to here. Or it's like, oh, you can't do that. Sorry. Okay. Saved, push plugin. That's not the correct directory. Griffith fix. No, sometimes my brain doesn't work correctly. It's not going to go to the actual game installation path. It's going to save to your overwrite. If you're using mod organizer, which you should be. Creation kit's going to take its time. Okay. Now we got Griffith fix, so I'll create an empty mod. Usually whenever I do something like that, I will put it into a mod. I'm not super consistent about this. I haven't done it with everything. This is just the stuff that I remember to do it with. I say integrated on it. So we will create a mod. Griffith 3D NPC fix. So create that empty mod. Eat this in there. What did I forget to put in? Oh no, I removed all that stuff to wipe those settings. Skyrim platform, no matter how many times you put this into something like override misc here, some extra mod to house those override items, it always makes a new folder. You can tell mod organizer to not complain about that though, so it's not a big deal. Okay, so we got the ESP in here now. Let's stick this here and enable it. Just go ahead and put it there beneath luminosity. Now we'll boot up, exit it. Everything. Probably don't have to do everything, but I just want to compare it against the other mods in the load order. While this is loading up, I will be right back. Still loading. I was very surprised to learn that Xedit, since its conception is written in Pascal. Which I hadn't, up until then, don't think I'd ever used anything written in Pascal. Well, it works. There's only, I can't even think off the top of my head of any real issues I've had with Xedit. It's amazing software. but in this case we're just going to use it to confirm we didn't make any ITMs when messing around in the creation kit. I will have the door and, just the door, I believe. Maybe a few other things. That anything you click on and open a dialog for in the creation kit, it creates a record in your plugin. And then if you don't change anything, it becomes an identical to master ITM record. So you want to go to exit it and confirm that you either don't have any of those or remove the ones that are there. And I know for a fact we will have at least one, being, again, that door in the duplicate building. But I'm actually pretty sure that's going to be no, it's the vanilla building, so I'm not sure if anything actually did touch that, so it wouldn't be a problem, but we'll see. Griffith fix, so yeah, so the chair, no, that's interesting. That's interesting. That door didn't say it was a record. It's possible SSE fixes, the creation kit fixes, has fixed that, and I'm just completely unaware. I'm not going to sweat it. I'm just going to be happy about it. But in any case, we have the Griffith NPC here. Just moved his location, or not the NPC, the reference to the Griffith NPC. Moved his location. Changed the location reference to there. I don't know if that's really necessary or detrimental, but I'll just let that be. Morgan, San Delio. This is his chair that he sits in, and we moved it. And then this is the chair that we moved outside of the map, and that's okay. We want it to override anything, really. So this is a situation where if you released this as like a single patch, it would, for someone that isn't going to open their load order and exit and perform conflict resolution, they're probably going to have 2 chairs in the house. But because there's probably this isn't going to be at the end of the load order. But in this case, we're going to merge this into our Z patch. So that won't be a problem, because that's at the end of the load order. So what we're going to do is copy these records and copy as new record. So what we're doing, control clicking every record in this plugin that we created. All those cell edits, the 4, the 2 chair edits, and the NPC moves. Right clicking, copy as new record. Don't worry about that, just leave that. And the suffix. This is just counting for each one that you're doing. And that's just going to generate an editor ID. It's telling you there will be, if there's conflicts, there will be conflicts. So we'll put this in Z patch 2. Yeah. All right. So here, okay, so my initial patch is already doing something here. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to copy over the lighting data. Just let that be. But yeah, as you can see here, the edits we just made in that plugin are now here. Oh, wait. Nah, I did the wrong thing. Hold on. Wrong thing. Forget the past seconds. Just trying to make sure that's the only cell we had modified in here. Yeah. Delete. Remove. Yeet. Come back here. Reselect them. copy as override into Zpatch 2. I guess it's been a few months since I did some conflict resolution. I didn't play for a while. Brain hadn't caught up to me yet. Since I've now made the mistake on a live stream, it's probably never going to happen again. Yeah, let's come here and redo that lighting again. And as you can see now, Zpatch is overriding this record with the exact same one. So now we could safely remove this graphics fix exp, and we have the fix. And that was the point of that. Do not copy as new record. Except was literally like, dude, what are you doing? You're dumb. And I'm like, no, I'm not. And I just kept pressing enter. It's alright. Now we all know. Yeah, copy as override. You want to override, not to create new. In either case, disable that. Mark that I've integrated it. Maybe without a capital D there. And set a note, just kind of explaining what it does. Should be doing that. But I guess since I haven't done that and I don't want to go back, just integrate it into Zpatch 2. Disable the plugin, and now, there we go. In an ideal world where I'm not a fool, we will load up the game, walk into the worker's house, and find them both sitting in there with Griffith on his chair, which is now in the proper house. I am interested in why the kid, Morgan, was in the correct house when her reference isn't placed in the correct house. Some script firing place her near the player. I don't know. That is pure conjecture. I have no idea. But now I'm going to switch the stream over to the game and we'll launch up. Shaking my tea. So I'll find out after I check out the VOD for this, but I'm used to the feedback from people on Discord when I'm talking to them in voice chat. Discord does a good job of clearing out all the background noise. My computer's fans, which do run pretty loud when I'm playing the game, and just my chair, me drinking something. Nobody ever hears that stuff. They just hear me talking. But we'll see whether OBS does that. I could definitely see the meter is picking up like anything I do. So I'm curious to see what it actually picks up. But I do apologize if the microphone being on takes up a little bit too much of stuff. I think during some sequences I'll probably just disable it. But we'll see. So this is a funny thing. I don't know what I've tried to find why Nord is not capitalized here, and I cannot find why. The race, like the Nord race, nothing in there is not capitalized. It's some setting part. It's some setting plugin or some record that is a setting, a global maybe. I have no idea why that is, but Nords are not capitalized. Yeah, I really love these oil painting load screens. There's something fun about the 3D models, spinning them around and stuff, but I just enjoy that a lot. Seeing the cool pictures. Pro tip, you can still move it around, but it just is weird. You just kind of forget you can. Just head first. Something I'm always thinking about is, you know, we've got these crazy movement animations. The only things that's really missing in the scene is paired animations, something like riding a horse. There's changes to the horse behavior, like we're using to make it lean, but having a modern animation set for the horse would be kind of crazy. I don't even know if I've had this goat freak out on me before. It's happened before. And I was like, I need to fix that goat. And when I came back, the goat wasn't even doing anything, and nothing has modified its AI to make it do that. So, but yeah, whenever there's something weird going on, that's what we see. No, I don't know what that means. It's something that's dynamically generated, but you'd see that in the ref defined on the base. How is the base undefined for this? It's a goat. Disappear. Alright. Let's find out if Griffith is indeed present. Apparently the save already will have loaded that way.
I like horses. I'd like to ride one when I get a little older.
Or rather, the save already loaded facts about this building. Oh. Okay, well, in that case, let's just run over here and... Yeah, so... Well, that's something to do with it being a persistent reference. Something I'm missing here. So it's like, yeah, we moved him over there, but he's over here. Furniture conditions, spells, yes. That's... Am I? Why is this chair defined by that? It's owned by Griffith. Alright, listen up, man. Here's what I'm gonna do, actually. Gonna go ahead and do this. I want to confirm that it works on a new game. To make sure that's the issue. Because places do load in the world. Like, I'm no expert in Skyrim. You should all know this if you're watching this. How the game works, really. But yeah, when you load the game at all, places populate. They, like a room like that, the game will know it's there, even though you haven't been there yet. For sure. So, something like that could happen. Even, especially if you've been in the vicinity of it. But you can have a crash that's occurring right when you press new game, you know, and it's gonna say something about some specific object in a cave that's nowhere near where you would be. The game's loading parts of the world at any given moment, and so making some type of change like that won't be retroactive on a save, in theory. Just one exterior silver here. Let's load. Oh. I am naked man. Naked dirty man. And then you get any iron armor.
Some folk without their shame.
Griffith, please be sitting in your chair. He's not there. He ain't.
I want
there.
to speak to a dragon. Griffith says they don't talk, but
Can you
I
tell
don't
Griffith
know.
to pull up here? I mean, what's with Griffith? Why are you over here, boy? So there's some script attached to the chair. Yes. Furniture condition. So there's some. Is that really added by interesting NPCs, that plugin? And I just didn't even know that. So is it telling, is that script? I wonder what it's called. I am tabbed out. Give me just a moment while I investigate. Unpack their BSA. I believe they have the sources in there. Okay. Just the scripts, thank you. Okay, what was the name of it again? It's not attached on this. So, he is still over here as well. And none of that is relevant to. Okay. That furniture conditions spell ESP is from something I recently installed, the modern female sitting animations. And it changes the base of all the chairs. Which is fair enough, I suppose. still curious about why he this way. I don't want you to be over here. Last thing I modified these references my patch. So there shouldn't be a reason. I mean, this chair is outside. This chair isn't in here. She's over here. It's possible there's some weird Skyrim shenanigans going on right now. I should quit the desktop. It's possible that state was saved from the previous save game I loaded. So I'm going to confirm this one more time here. Loading new game, COC to there, make sure, or confirm his location. Regardless of the outcome, I will keep playing for another 30 minutes or more after that, and I will resolve the issue another time. That is, unless is fixed on a new save. Then, you know, I'll just move him into the room and move his chair in the save. Just move to player. While this is loading up, I'll be right back. Zediious. Let's find out. Very well, maybe that weird goat is just because I'm changing cells straight to ear. Sky test scripts may not be started correctly. I'm not 100% sure because I don't really think I've ever seen that type of behavior. Same with deer. I'm pretty sure that's intentional, that the bucks, or not the bucks, the buck. I'm not dumb. The doe's the female, the buck's the male. That when bucks sometimes do attack you. I think that was intentional on Sky Test's part, but I don't know if the goats are supposed to be doing that. Especially a farm goat. Yeah, that's dealing with backstories, stealing all my shit. Let's find out, Griffith. Okay, so that was the case. Sometimes I just make myself happy knowing that I at least somewhat understand how this game works after 10 years of modding it. At least a little bit, I get it. Alright, there's Griffith. Fresh save, he's present over here. What the fuck, man?
You've got the wrong house, stranger. The mill owner lives on the other side of the road. I suggest you leave.
Okay, so
take care.
We're about to play through that with our real characters. So, here, let's trick the game, shall we? Let's see. I don't know if this is actually going to work. But let's find out. Let's find out. We've loaded him in there on the new save. Let's see where he is in here. Because if you don't know, Skyrim's weird. That Shadow of Skyrim, the mod, the alternative death system, one of the pluses of it is that you aren't having to reload your save, which can cause some issues even on one game save. There can be certain quest stages or scripts, things that NPCs are doing that just won't happen, or they happened, but then when you reload the save, the game will think they happened, but it actually hasn't happened at this reloaded save. It's just still referencing the previous information. That's a very basic understanding of it on my end. But that's how that works there. It's the information about where Griffith was baked into that instance of the game. Not the save, the instance of the whole game. So when I loaded into a new save after going there on this save, he was in there. But yeah. So the goat is just fucking weird. Weird goat. Weird goat. That's something I need to investigate. Wait, stick that. I might do actually. Fix rabid goat at next watermill. And I can remove the thing for Griffith now because we just fixed that. Oh. Okay. Let's see. I'm interested if it works the other way around. My intuition tells me yeah, but I'm not so sure really. No, doesn't work that way. Only the other way around. Sensible. Okay, let's go fetch him. Because I want him over here, not over here. Oh, I don't need to go back over here to type TFC. Let's come down here. I'm not so sure how well it'll go moving the chair here, but I will attempt to do so. Move to where? Welcome, Griffith. He's like, what was that? Again, I'm going to go back to my body.
Yes.
The chair did not work out. Here, let me try to print it and then move it. Although I'm literally, print is the exact same thing as clicking, but my brain wants to try it. Oh, it literally says cannot be moved in the console. It'd be good to read. Alright.
You've got the wrong house, stranger. The mill owner lives on the other side of the road. I suggest you leave.
Just want to talk.
Sorry, but I'm not looking for company.
That's too bad, because I'm trying to sleep in this house, bro. You don't have to be so rude.
I don't have to be. I need to be. Leave us.
No. What's with the girl?
I'm her guardian. Let's just leave it at that.
Put yourself in my shoes. Young girl, empty house, darkly dressed man, ... ellipses.
If I was that kind of man, the girl's hands would be bound and you'd be dead. Even
Fair
now,
enough.
I'm still not sure whether I should let you live. So choose your words carefully.
Oh, okay. Seems to me like you two are being sought after.
Yeah. And what of it?
Maybe you ought to tell me what. Okay, there's gotta be a middle ground dialogue option here. Come on. I don't want to kill. I'll call the guards, or I will kill a child.
Hold on. There's no need for that.
I guess I am
It's not
playing
what
a
you
pretty lawful neutral
The
character.
girl is under my protection.
Why are you serving as your guardian?
I need a reason to protect a child.
I don't know that she isn't yours, so that'd be pretty presumptive. You know, I mean...
For now, she is. Has to be. She's got no one else. Now, eventually she'll come of age, and the only thing connecting her to her past will be me. That's when I'll say goodbye. Not a second before. The Dark Brotherhood, they're after us. Her and me.
Oh, I haven't been hunted yet.
I killed one of their contracts.
Ah. My chim sensors are tingling. Chim.
Yeah. The Dark Brotherhood aren't just hunting a killer. They're hunting one of their own. Me. It's a long story. Not one I really care to tell.
Please?
Alright. I see you're not gonna give up until I tell you. As I said, I was once an assassin for the Dark Brotherhood. One of the best they had. Only, murder wasn't enough for me. When a target is marked, a typical assassin kills without question or remorse. The murder is efficient. A transaction. No different than going to the market. Only, I took things a little bit further. I had what you'd call a procedure. I didn't just stalk my targets. I approached them. I even befriended them. I needed to know the man I killed.
You need to know there's some morality behind each kill.
Maybe. At least that's the way I see it now. Not so much before.
Yeah, that's
The Dark
definitely
Brotherhood doesn't take sides. When a hunter tracks game for the butcher, it's not his place to ask if the deer deserves it. Yet, for some reason in the back of my mind, I always assumed they did. Some were less guilty than others, but all were guilty of indifference. Everyday people driven to murder, and the average target never gave two symptoms about what they did. Some even relished in it. This attitude, this unfeeling apathy that infects everyone around us, it needed to be purged. I gained their trust and offered them a drink. The mead was a paralysis poison. Then I bound them and interrogated them until I found it. It was a game. I asked them to name their killer. They always assumed I was talking about me. It isn't just the Dark Brotherhood. The one who pursues me is Zediious. I broke a tenet, and in doing so, I betrayed him. Now every night, I am left to face his wrath. Imagine, if you will, a room of complete darkness. You have a torch in your hands, but there's no light to speak of. entire room is as black and cold as the midnight sky. Now imagine that darkness reaching out to you, embracing you into the very void itself. That's Zediious. Nothingness and everything, all in the same form. One night we received word of a man performing the Black Sacrament in the Rift in Radway. I was to arrange a meeting with him to get information on the target. The man told me of a story of a harlot who had taken everything from him. He wanted her to know the pain and anguish she caused him. Another jilted lover, I thought. Another uncaring woman. My specialty. So I accepted the contract on behalf of the Brotherhood. Tracking her down was easy. She was staying in some old bunkhouse near the Jarl's Keep. She wasn't a harlot. She wasn't even a woman. She was just a girl. Inside her wasn't apathy. It was innocence. The child wasn't even old enough to understand love. At first I thought there was some kind of mistake. Only when I confronted the man, he confirmed her identity. The sick bastard was in love with a child. And so that night, I killed, not for apathy, but for passion, and took the child from Honor Hall. Not entirely. True, killing criminals and those who deserve it, it was easy. But the easy thing is never satisfying. I do indeed loathe apathy. In some ways, I felt that was the greater crime. The kind made with a level head. I'll admit I have grown fond of her. Despite all this happened, she can still make me laugh. My time with her has made me rethink my purpose in life. Perhaps I wasn't meant to be a killer after all. She even has the same dark hair and pale skin like me. She'd pass as my real daughter. What kind of father could I possibly be? Maybe you're right. But there will come a time when it's safer for us to be apart. I killed one of their contracts. Yeah. It's a long story. That no different than going to the market.
Yeah, so
I took things I had
through
what
the
you'd call a
NPC
procedure.
dialogue trees being a little silly.
Maybe. When the hunter tracks game, yet for
That's
some
something
reason,
I suppose I could go through and try and resolve
always
those
assumed they
conditions for certain dialogues.
Some were less guilty than others, but all were guilty of indifference. Everyday people driven to murder, and the average target never gave two symptoms about what they did. Some even relished in it. This attitude. Our game. It was a game. I asked them to name their... I was a young boy, living in an old cottage with my parents and older sister. She was about 5 years older than Morgan, and promised to marry. It was the day of her wedding, when Lord Gabonia's men came riding in the field. I'll never forget the way their horses grunted and seethed, as if ready for war. Then the nobleman descended from his horse and made his demands. Some call it the right of first night, as if men of power needed to justify their rape with laws. No, they just took what they wanted. My mother pleaded for mercy. My father reached for his axe, when one of the guards gutted him. All anyone could do was weep. Two of Gabania's men were dragging my sister into the cottage when they passed me by. One of them turned and looked at me, and our eyes met. There wasn't a drop of emotion on that face. That's what I remember most from that night. Not the murder, or the rape, or the screams.
Uh-oh. Could it be there's some node he wants to get to that's over there? Let's sprint into him and see. Cool. Oh, okay. Yeah, he wants to go over there. Let me confirm that. Got wrong.
What?
Yeah, that's not what I meant to do. Just want to confirm that's the problem. Oh, I typed it wrong. Yes, I am typing it wrong. Yeah.
It was the face of that guardsman. The face of apathy. That I couldn't forgive. They razed the town. Gabania really just wanted the land and the peasants cleared. When his lot forced themselves on the women, it was just for fun. No, not forced. Toyed with them, defiled them, and murdered their spirit. When they killed them all, they just left me there to watch. I mourned them for days. But my mourning quickly turned to anger. I thirsted for revenge. I was just a boy. My anger alone would never be enough to kill a noble. I performed the Black Sacrament, but the Brotherhood never came. I knew then I was truly alone. And if I wanted vengeance, I had to do it myself. Gabania was out of my reach, but that guard, the one whose face was burned into my memory, that was a man I could kill. I pulled the sword from my own father's chest and watched him spill all over the ground. I kept that sword as a reminder. The blood had dried and crusted over the blade, but I never bothered to polish it.
Right, so yeah, 3D NPCs have, during some of their dialogue sequences, they have these spots that the mod author has placed nodes that they'll walk to before they continue the dialogue. I need to go back into the creation kit and move all of those from this building into there. I could have resolved this by checking linked references on Griffith's reference, which I did neglect to do. I checked the door. Just because the door was there, but in the chair, but you know, forgot the other stuff.
No. Looking back, I was lucky I wasn't a grown man. My size and build forced me to cling to the shadows. A grown man would have used the sword that felled my father to seek some sort of poetic justice. The boy was forced to abandon that for a dagger. I started out by pretending I was a beggar, nagging the guards for coin and bread. Not that it required much acting. My hunger was real. I pestered Gabonia's men one by one until I found that face. He didn't recognize me. Of course he didn't. I tracked him day and night, from the barracks to the brothels. It was outside the inn where he was most vulnerable, unloading his mead. That night I hid behind a stack of hay piles. The twin moons were out, and there was no mistaking that face. I crept up behind him as he was pissing on the wall, the sound of the stream masking my footsteps. Then I slid the dagger into his heart. And when he fell to the ground, I turned his face over and cut his mouth into a smile.
That's...
Maybe they weren't proud, but I can't say they'd be disappointed. I know because it felt so good to do it. It wasn't until I heard that slow, condescending clap that I woke up from my trance. Then I looked up and saw Astrid.
I don't know who Astrid is, according to my character.
Kill every nobleman you see. What? Shadow hide you.
Fair enough, good sir. Okay, so we have that Prit now. Let me just
Shadow hide
take him back over here and a mark in my to-do
I like
to
that.
move those nodes again.
Maybe I'll enroll in the College of Winterhold. Griffith told me not to talk to strangers. I think so too. Bye.
Well, I'm gonna crash upstairs. Because apparently the mill owners don't give a damn. Go to bed's nice. When I came back, the update was nice that they removed that sequence where you actually walk up to the bed. It was pretty buggy. Really is better just to put you there. But it was a nice feature. It would bug like 90% of the time, and then it was just less immersive than just being in bed. I also, every time, kind of get a glimpse into the inner machinations in my head. Mods up the wazoo to change my field of view permanently, but I still open up the console and change that. I'm pretty sure you can change the field of view in here. Smooth cam, definitely. I mean, this is a custom one preset that I'm using here. So I went through here. I feel like I must have. Third person offsets probably is more likely where it is. Yeah. More likely. Field of view, yeah. So, right, there's field of view offsets specifically for each one. And that's where it's a standing. I want this constant field of view. Yeah. 78, 79, 77, somewhere in that range usually works for me. Okay. Oh, yeah, so I think group edit. Let's use our brains here. I think I came here, saw that it was complicated, and gave up ages ago, and then I just had a condition in my brain to just go, oh, starting a new game, go 87. Just works. Or, you know, booting up the game. Group edit. So actually, I'm a little worried about that because, well, you know what, now that I think about it, even if the group edit, yeah, let's group edit and just offset them all 13. If that sets the one that I already set to 26, then we would have to go back and modify it anyway, so let's see what happens. Group edit. Okay. Yep, that's good. So now I don't need to ever type that command again, and I can stop being silly. Silly is a good word, you know. It's just a little silly. So let me actually check standing. We got 26. Nope. Okay, it sets them all to that attribute. Doesn't add. Alright.
Yes.
Jesus Griffith. So speaking to him, talking to Griffith, the companion that I started with in Solitude and the 3-hour gameplay video I uploaded, the first one, that guy is somehow linked to this guy. There's some quest you can start after you have spoken to Griffith. That goat, man. Where did he kill the goat?
I've been looking for you.
Oh, good.
Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Let's see here. Looks like that's it.
Warning regarding vigilance. I don't know what this is going to be. Dude, this letter is literally 100,000% related to the quest I was just talking about. 100,000%. Lost Echo Cave is where you meet the guy I was talking about. And there's a quest you can start with him after you've spoken to Griffith. I didn't realize you just get a letter. I was thinking I might want to integrate this into the improved quest requirements or interesting NPCs mod that I made. But that's a very nice set of requirements. Because they're both related to it. We'll play through the quest and find out if it really is worth needing to talk to Griffith to do that, or if we should do something else sometime. Now really are. This letter is a warning that vigilante justice is not an acceptable form of punishment in Skyrim. In instances when a guard is unavailable, a bounty will be issued for the criminals in question. Only the guard can issue such a decree. Recent rumors of vigilante activity around Lost Echo Cave is not acceptable. So I guess I can go back there and speak to him. Because he's probably there. He's not. Oh, quest starts. Well, you know who the vigilante was. What are we doing though? To Valentine Keep. Yeah, we couldn't go there because we had one. The Janus dude. I forget his name already. Yeah, not that way. I'm pretty sure he would survive, maybe. These great goats, man. Just goddamn great goats. I don't know what's wrong with the great goats. I'm gonna go do Sky Test. It must be Sky Test. It's pretty much the only mod that I have that's the modifying animals on a great scale. It does a similar thing to deer. something underneath. So we can make it to abandoned prison. A fort here. I think there's necromancers in that one. Sorry, goat. Who y'all? Vigilance, Stendor.
The suffering the Zediious caused will not go untouched.
Where'd that come from?
None escape.
This should be good.
I think y'all need to be worried about that. Just maybe it's literally a Dremora. A fight, they say. Who added this random Dremora? Immersive encounters, probably. Unknown. I don't know if that's something I need to be worried about, man. I really don't know. My assumption is that that just meant it was dynamically generated. A dynamically generated reference in the save. So it obviously wasn't placed by any plugin, but seeing that on a base is weird. I don't understand. Oh, hey there. You have control. Get ready for some mounted combat goodness. Oh, hell, he survived. I was just about to comment about how overpowered these weapons are, and that I need to balance them. But the fact that the power attack didn't kill me, I'm surprised it chopped his arm off. I don't know, man. Maybe a lot of my crashes. Very rarely I have crashes. I'm gonna crash soon, probably. But maybe some of them are related to maximum carnage. Yeah, maximum carnage, not deadly mutilation. But that mod works beautifully most of the time. I see people saying it don't work. Guarantee they're just not installing it correctly, or they don't know that it only activates on power attacks, and they're like just slicing it up and chop all their arms off. Okay. I kind of thought they were gonna do the whole toll dealio. Oh shit. Okay. Nope. Gotcha. Whoa. No, sir. Get looting. The well-cultured bandit. I feel like I've never seen this book before. It's a vanilla book because the text is not big as it would be with Lost Library. So, I do need to go kill the archer though. Going this way in this Valheim Towers mod isn't necessary, but I need to kill the archers. Just one thing I want to like lament on real quick, but it's also really cool. Precision and blocking. It's like you can block with these, but your enemy can literally swing under them. You have to literally block it with these, so it makes having the shield actually beneficial. You can block more often. I equip being a little silly. Always. I'm gonna try and use the shield. See how it goes. Oh shit. Yep. Okay. I don't think I have perks. Okay, no, I'm gonna get shot very quickly if I try to fool around. I'm gonna fall off. Fire. Yep, y'all suck. Sorry. over there even know what's going on. You ain't got a good shot, bro. I'm not really moving that much. Stormtrooper bandit. Let's see. We could just run across. We got a bandit right there. Whew. Shit, fuck off. I do want a reanimated running power attack. We have a reanimated running attack. Oh, that's an interesting interaction there. What happened there? Oh, that's also an interesting interaction. Okay. Oh shit. Nice.
Finish this!
Better fall off. Daggers. You're fucking nuts. I'm gonna die though. I'm gonna die. Shield, 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 shield. Let's go.
Had enough of you.
Is that chief still up there? Or did I kill the chief? I should put away the weapon. Kill the chief. Didn't kill the chief. Didn't even know I killed the chief. Oh, I didn't get the key though. I have a hard time finding those keys, even with better third-person selection now. Oh, 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 speak of the goddamn devil, I fucking found it. Cameron's family sword. Nice. It looks unique. I'm using like 6 different unique artifact mods that are all patched together to make sure, like, literally, I wanted everything to be covered. Don't want to get something cool and it be like normal. Know what I'm saying? Let's claim this switch. And hopefully it works. Skybound, Underhang, Camp. There was a bug. The Lawbringer extension. Either it was not functioning or I don't have it installed, but I'm pretty sure I do because I was able to interact with the banner, but it didn't actually do that. It just did nothing. And that was Skybound, Underhang. This place that was underneath there. Wasn't able to claim it. Oop. Let me add that to my list right now before I forget. Fixed Skybound, Underhang, Camp, Lawbringer functionality. Or extension. Pro tip, press the console right as you alt-tab back into the game to make sure you don't accidentally click some shit. Because, I don't know about y'all, but whenever I alt-tab back in, even if I don't click, it's still gonna do whatever clicking would do. That will attack, drop, equip something, whatever. Ain't nothing happening destructive when you click on the console. So we did things. This is, they want me to. Nice, the 3D NPCs are a little silly sometimes. It's like, how do I know to go there? Lost Echo Cave is that cave. Yeah. How do I know to go here? Find the vigilante. I don't know about that. That's not started. Another weird thing about 3D NPC. And the fact is, the guy that made it, Chris Takahashi, he just wasn't incredibly versed in the creation kit when he made it. That's all there is to it. And there hasn't really been a lot of QOL on it. I mean, there has been some quality of life fixes. There haven't been a lot of that going on. That's not really the right word. There hasn't been a lot of TLC. Haven't been a lot of fixes like that. So there's weird stuff like this that arises from just not fully understanding the quest system at the time, I guess. Not that I do really, but maybe I can go in there and try and fix up some of these specific problems. But wait, I didn't really read the letter. It keeps saying mapped updated every time I open it, actually. That's kind of interesting. I just don't... So I think what's happening here is just that this would be telling me to go to West Open Cave, but I guess he is there for some reason. Something to do with immersive interactions, maybe. I don't think immersive interactions would do anything to him. But he is in the Sellsword faction, so maybe it just grabs stuff in the Sellsword faction and puts them out there with clients, but I don't think it would be doing that right now. Over there. It's in Fall Wreath. Skill would probably be pretty unhappy with me. Return to town. Wait, what? If I return to town without... Maybe one of the situations where I do a bit of fast travel. Fast travel very selectively. Might crash in a moment. Here is struggling right now. Literally, I am capped at my 4 gigabytes the entire time I play this game, start to finish. But sometimes shit happens, and it gets worse. But yeah, just cleared up some old stuff. Damn bushes in the way. I'm gonna disable this shrub. I'm not even sure if that was a cool picture or not, but I enjoyed taking it. Let's go. And then now we need the vegetable. Pretend I ran the other way. I'm being very silly. I didn't mean to. Otherwise I would travel this way, but I don't want to go that way yet. So, our hero traveled along the road to the Guarding Stones. Wonderful. Kind of look like bandits. They're not bandits, they're bandits.
Bad time to get lost.
They are bandits. What in the fuck? Oh shit. Oh, that was a double kill. Get the fuck out of here. This power attack is absurd. Absurd. Some hunters. Or was that the bandit camp? Treasure map 1. River across the river. I don't think I've ever found that map. I found all the other treasure maps. Seen that one. I probably have at some point. I mean, I have collectively between the two versions, or Legendary Edition and Special Edition, a little over 3,000 hours with Skyrim, so I probably have seen that map. I just don't remember. Yeah. Son of a bitch got frozen to death. Probably stop at Falgrave. I usually avoid the Hearthfire quest. Oh, fuck. So there's the other one. Usually they spawn in pairs. Mihail places them in pairs. Frequent Bastion. Or is that a rat? I was about to say. That's not the friendly carver, is it? That's not the friendly one. That is the friendly one. Right. I'm sitting here like, I thought she was by Lakeview Manor. This is Lakeview Manor. It's right in front of us.
Well met, traveler. Do you come to watch the dance of bones? To pay homage? Or to learn the path? It is not I who you should be conversing with. Look upon this piece, and it will speak to you. What you see before you is art in its purest form, unbound by the conventions of society, free to show the naked truth.
Naked truth is missing your jawbone. As a mutual artist, I feel destroyed at what reflects life impermanence.
Very true. And while life may fade into the void, it will soon rise again.
sir.
Necromancer? I'll forgive your crude mistake. After all, many fail to see the beauty in that which is soiled. I do not practice the art of necromancy. I practice necromantic art. The distinction is rather important.
Well, I guess I'm really not too concerned with the difference as my character, but I guess I'm wondering if you take
Appreciation
issue.
takes many forms. The most spiteful criticism is usually reserved for the most thoughtful working art. So, I take their criticisms as a compliment. Farewell.
I suppose it's a little bit of soft conflict for that Falkreath gate to be like right there. Look, it's one of those Cernudos. You can ride them if you can catch them. Oh wait, this is Oakwood. Surprise attack. I forgot I installed this town just before this playthrough. Now is a good opportunity to give it a good look over and make sure there's nothing glaring that I need to fix. And during the installation process, I'm like checking other mods and checking the posts and checking the Nexus description. I found there was nothing that I had that was conflicting, but you never know. It looks generally alright. I mean, these are all for the same. Another Oakwood, nothing weird. Well, it's a cool custom asset. This is a shop. Sundries. I do indeed have things to sell. That's one thing I want to do. Damn near just... No, that would end badly. I need to go through every mod in the load order.
Let me know if you
adjust
see anything
values,
you like.
because you make money a little.
Got
too
something to
quickly.
say?
The alternative
bit
is
of this,
reducing loot,
bit of that.
but I like loot. I want there to be plenty of loot to choose from, chiefly weapons and armor to find. That's most of what we're finding, is weapons and armor to sell. Basically, if you look at the load order library list, just about every weapon and armor in the new weapons and new armor categories are added to the leveled list using open world loot. Within X, I extensively modified the OWL leveled list, which are applied to all the vanilla leveled lists. I've extensively modified those to include all of those weapons and all those armors, almost all the weapons, almost all the armors. Some of the armors and weapons had a quest that I'll just leave that intact. Some of the armors and weapons that had a quest, I've ripped the quest out, disabled things that the quest doesn't initiate, and then just stick the weapon in the level list. A lot of customization went into that. That's kind of like the thing I spent the most time on in this whole list. I'm always checking for more weapons and armor to stick in, basically. And so yeah, the idea is I really want to see just tons of variety everywhere. We're not quite at the point if you never see the same thing twice. Sometimes you see the same thing often enough, but it's a lot better than truly actually seeing the same weapon every single time if you're at the same level, you know? In either case... Wait, what am I doing? What did I sell? I want to make sure do I want to sell this? Yeah. This is a general store though, right? Let's probably sell general store stuff. Spell Siphon? I just installed that for this playthrough. And it's interesting, man. It's cool. It really is fluid. Although I haven't really figured out everything, I just understand you draw Earth or world. From the world, life from living things, death from dead things. Different element for fire, shock, and frost, respectively. You have a ward. You can summon a bound weapon, bound bow, specifically, and that can be charged with whatever you drew, but I haven't gotten deep into it yet. This character is like, in my head, the canon, she, born in Cyrodiil, to a Nord father, Imperial mother. The Nord father was a war hero, and he retired to a farmer life, and raised the kid there, and then she just went out. I don't really know what happened to her parents in my head. I think I kind of decided they're dead at this point. I don't know. But in either case, she had an aptitude for magic that her mother kind of taught her, sort of, is what I have in my head. You gotta roleplay. What's the point of playing Skyrim if you don't roleplay at least a bit? But yeah, there's a lot to Spell Siphon. It's pretty crazy. That's a unique cloak. I forgot my advice and couldn't sell all my circlets, so well, I wouldn't have been able to anyway. Some Daedric robes. Let's hold on to the Daedric robes. I'm bloody. Guess we're about to go kill someone, so I want to shower. Bathe. Let's go. Urea source. Where is the criminal? He's like right outside Falkreath. Oh, he's like on the move. Wait, wait. Intercept him. Intercept his ass. Yeah. Intercept that criminal. Let's go. We ain't fucking around. No cool place for him. Be a nice place for a house. Wink, wink. Yeah, that water is being weird. I can see it. I can see those seams. Fact is, I also finally, after a very long time, upgraded realistic water too, from an ancient version. So that might be it. Might need to fix something. Because it's that seam that appears on the edges when you're, it's like anti-aliasing isn't doing so well. That's the water.
Need something? Someone's gonna get hurt, all right. I'll try and make this quick.
Mounted combat is not bad. A little weird sometimes, surely. But it ain't bad. At least now it is. Not too bad. I fucked that one up.
Give up while you still
Yeah, boys. Wait, did he just shoot him? He totally just shot him. I just took an arrow to the skull.
You're ready to...
You already know it. Claiming for Falkreath. Enemies. The Mihail Bears. The Mihail Bears. I'm in the perfect place to be as a vine. Let's go. Give me that. Oh my god. We got sweet. Spell Siphon. I don't know what that does. Power. It adds to you. all over now. I don't know what that sound's all about, man. There's just some sounds, some weird noises that I don't know about. Quite frankly, don't know where it came from. Don't know why it do. Literally, the liturgy of the dudes. That's not what I meant to do. That was pretty cool. You're capable of both the coolest and the most clumsy, dumb shit when parkouring around this game. What is that? Skeletor? Young Skeletor? What are you doing, good sir? Where did that Skeletor come from? No, I want to keep the bones. The bones, game, the bones. Thou more that aren't killed me.
You're interfering with official Thormore business.
Well, what are you doing?
Taking this man to be interrogated.
What is he
He has
doing?
knowledge of occult Talos. He will tell us what we need to know, or he will die. The choice is his.
Alright, boys.
Now
Did we
get
kill
out
some
of my way.
Thelmore? I think. Okay, I'm quick saving. Out of instinct, even though we're gonna deal with the consequences of this. Fools. Hey, get the fuck out of here.
If you know any true sons and daughters of Skyrim, tell them to head to Windhelm. Ulfric Stormcloak wants to see them.
Here, bro. I'm gonna get going, buddy boy.
Keep an eye out for Imperials. Damn faithless Imperials.
Alright. Clear the fuck out of here. Didn't kill this Thelmore. I came from the west, Carl, sir. Never seen Thelmore in my life. Great city of Falkreath is a great mod. And so is the other. Why is the Falkreath Guard angry with me? Did they see that? I don't know why a Falkreath Guard is angry with me. It's not cool. I disapprove of that. Alright, how do I get a Falkreath? Wait. No, I don't even have a Falkreath bounty, but apparently I had a bounty at some point in time. Yeet, 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 yeet. You can pull right the fuck up and mess with it. Wait, no, stop.
Did you see a dog out there?
Okay, that must have been not what I was expecting him to say. I've seen whole packs of dogs.
Oh well. Guess I'll stay on the lookout. Keep your nose clean while you're here, outsider.
The horse is protecting me. Okay, in an effort to not stand here like a buffoon forever, I'm just gonna get my eye past the horse. But that was bizarre. So, cities of the north, Falkreath, and the great cities, Falkreath, all mixed up to form an interesting town. This place is closed. close by, actually. May end up hopping. May end up ending the stream in this end, though. It's just a little late. Could do some Paul breathing. Letter to Arnima. Straight to fucking... I mean, that's like end game Beyond Reach. I guess you could probably just go straight there. Am I disgusting? Covered blood. Yes, I am. What level of disgusting am I? Bloodstains. Nothing the locals are not used to. It's acceptable. Nari. Any slippage on this tavern dress? Nope.
Come
Not
on in.
like
Just
Sadie
stoke the
did.
fire. Take a
That was
seat
little
and get the
Thought I
coffee.
heard something.
unfortunate.
Welcome to Dead Man's Drink. If you want a place to
Oh,
spend
like
the night,
that.
let
So
me
that
know.
dress.
I keep the inn. I'll rent you a room.
Modern. What? Why are you angry with me? Stop that.
Someone there?
This is bizarre. Okay, let me just get this over with.
You see gossip in town?
Chill the
Be
fuck
sure
out.
to share it with me.
Something weird.
Welcome to Dead Man's Drink.
Oh my
I'll be
God.
right here if you need anything else.
This is incredibly interesting.
I escaped fighting in Cyrodiil,
Anyway,
only to have it track me
modern
down again in
clothing
Skyrim.
all that has HDT to these clothes has clearly not considered the nipple.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day. All right then.
I will centaurs.
Keep walking, stranger.
I am sitting, I can tell you.
Strangers like you bring war. I've seen enough war. And you have the look of a killer.
Well, I'll kill you in triple triad is what I'll do. Same. Let me get a coin toss. Let's bet 150. Sort by value, of course. We got our Delphine archetype. I love a good card game. This music might be too loud. Can't say for certain. It's like pretty ideal to have a 6/6. Another 6/6. Safe bet. Stick innkeeper Delphine in the corner. It would have been a safe bet to stick a 6/6 in the corner too, given his hand. Yeah, this is going not go so well for him, I don't think. Let's not get cocky though. Let's not get cocky. This could definitely still end badly. He has Seriously, be smart and can't use that. Tried on the Final Fantasy games, so it was just learning this, playing this Skyrim iteration of it. It's interesting. And there's like different roles depending on who you play. It's like you negotiate the rules beforehand, quote unquote. Yeah, so there's only one choice as well. Take 4. The rule for this one is to take the difference. I don't want to take any of his cards. I feel bad taking any of his cards. You know what, bro? Just keep your cards. It's fine. I ain't trying to steal your tier 2
I heard the Gourmet is hiding out.
So I'm actually curious. What tier are these Delphine cards? Innkeeper's 8. Grandmaster is tier 10, so the Grandmaster Delphine is like among the best cards in the game. So you can just play a full deck of extremely good cards, because there's plenty of them, it seems. It's interesting.
We're in Skyrim. You know, fella who wrote that cookbook? Sure, Spoons. Aren't you a sight? You're going to have the men around here wrapped around your finger in no time. Oh dear, I'm sorry. Are you here for the funeral? You've come to the right place, friend. If you need a bed, speak to Volga.
I thought that
She'll
was
set
gonna
you right. If you need anything else,
be a
just let me
sarcastic
know.
line. Maybe it was. I guess that's up to the player. What is the ruin on the mountain above Skyrim?
Requiem Bastion. The tomb, like so many in Skyrim, where the dead have found no peace. They say it's filled with vampires, Draugr, and all matter of undead. People want the guards to do something about it, but they're stretched thin as it is with the war, or so they'd have you believe.
I thought this was gonna be an interesting... Right, this is a vanilla thing. I almost thought this was gonna be a VA synth line. And I was sitting here impressed. Yes. Hello. It sounds terrifying. I could help clear the ruins of the undead. I think I will have a hard time in there. It's Falkreath. There's a dragon priest in Shriekwin Bastion, I think. An unnamed one, granted. Fuck it,
If you
that'll
can
be
do
a cool
better
thing
than
to
the
do.
guards, we would be most grateful. Besides, if you succeed, the steward in the keep is offering a bounty.
See what happens, V's. So that is VA synth. That's not vanilla. I don't know what's vanilla anymore. I think I would probably delete the game if I played this vanilla. It's been too long since I played on 360, man. Ain't gonna happen no more.
All right, then.
We'll head to sleep, sell off some stuff, talk to the Jarl, and then we'll have a nice stream ready for tomorrow. Or the next day, next time I play. Wow, I am wrapped the fuck up. I don't remember if that one gave map markers. And Jerulith. Shall we duel? Henrietta and her mom. Book on the floor. Oh, apparently I was already having... So if you're unaware of what's going on here, this is smart automatic attribute leveling. And unfortunately, what the mod does is it distributes your stats based on your skill gains. So health and stamina have been going up. Health goes up more than stamina. You can modify the values in the MCM. But unfortunately, no matter what, this increased health always shows up. But it doesn't actually increase it extra. You see magic has gone up a little bit because I just pretty much restoration destruction very sporadically. But you know, combat skills have been working. So what do I do? See, that's crazy, man. I do so much damage. The thing is, I like the damage, so I want it to be deadly. It's gotta be deadly against meat, too, though. I need to die just as quickly as I can kill my enemies. For overrun. Or check out some of these light armor perks. Some more stamina regeneration. Hey, we're using adamant. I used ordinator forever. So I'm just simple and concise. And everything makes sense. The only downside, of course, is there's a little less variety, because ordinator has some cool perks that dual. Apparently my brain wants to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Fucking does some cool stuff. Things like the dwarven auto turrets and tripwires that you can place, sorts of little things. I know there's a lot more, because last time I used it was years and years ago. There's certainly been some updates, but I don't think you know, it's not been active at all much. Right, so I was about to go to the Jarl's Longhouse right there, but this mod kinda changes it a little bit. The Jarl Folkwraith is in proper keep. Fields High Hall. I have come to speak to... So actually, did I hide the quest objective? No, it's right there.
By the love of the Nine, what is it with you sycophants and hangers-on?
Jesus, Helbard.
The Jarl is busy, and so am I for that matter.
I have urgent business with the Jarl.
Right. Well, if you have some kind of official business with the Jarl, I'm afraid now's not the time. Go on then. Off with you.
What?
I protect the Jarl, whoever that might be.
You're a weirdo. Big old fucking weirdo. So nice. They gave him the steel plate level list. Steal it. That is an interesting dialogue conversation. I'm just gonna walk past you. You gonna kill me? I need to speak to the Jarl, who appears to not be doing any temple work. Yeah, that was pretty weird. I cannot lie.
Yes? What is it that you want?
I got your letter. I'm Iria, a demon who has no eyeballs.
Ah, it's you. Yes, well, now we'll see if the stories about you are true. There's a group of bandits in my hold that I may have had a few discreet dealings with. The cut they were giving me was good at first, but now it's time to clean things up. Go and take care of it.
So, decision time. Does my character like that? Dealing with bandits?
Disappointing.
Sorry, sir.
Come and see me again sometime. I might have some
I'm
use
gonna
for
join the Stormcloaks at some point, and you ain't gonna be the Jarl no more. Sorry. I'm gonna hide that quest objective and pretend. Oh right, I already spoke to him. So it's not an objective anymore. I just sat in a chair. You can totally clear that place out though. Be a fun thing to do. Tomorrow. Because I'm sleepy. I think now's about the time for the stream to go down. Go ahead and save.